In this video, we're going to have a look at how we can simplify fractions using factorization. Example 1. Simplify. Here we have a fraction with two terms in the numerator separated by the minus. In grade 8, you were taught that to simplify a fraction like this, you start off by separating those terms and giving each of the terms in the numerator their own denominator, putting them both on 3x. Once you've done that, you can simplify each fraction individually. Simplifying the first fraction, we will end with the value 1x, because 3 divided by 3 is 1, and for the variables we subtract the exponents. In the second term, we have 9 divided by 3, which is 3, and x divided by x is 1. Now that you can also factorize, there's a second method you can use to simplify this expression. You already know that factorizing makes one term of an expression that had more than one term by breaking it up into factors. So in this case, we can factorize the numerator and make it one term. To do that, we're going to take out a common factor of 3x, and we'll be left with x in the first term, and in the second term minus 3. This is all still divided by 3x. And because we now have one term in the numerator as well as denominator, we can simplify. This we're going to do by dividing. 3x divided by 3x is 1, so we are only left with the bracket of x minus 3. This is the same answer as we got using the first method. So when you are now given a fraction where the numerator or denominator has more than one term, you can factorize that part to form one term so that you can simplify by dividing. Example 2. Simplify. Here we once again have a fraction, and this time the numerator as well as denominator has two terms, so we cannot yet simplify by dividing. Here we need to start off factorizing, and in the numerator we have a difference, a minus, and two perfect squares, so we can use difference between squares. That means the numerator will be broken up into two brackets, and they will be x plus 4 times x minus 4. In the denominator, I can take out a common factor of 4, and the bracket will be x plus 4. Now that everything is one term in the numerator as well as denominator, we can simplify by dividing. Here we have x plus 4 divided by x plus 4, which is 1. And that means in the numerator we have the bracket x minus 4, which you don't have to write in a bracket because it's multiplied by 1. And in the denominator we have 4. This is our final answer. It is important to know that you can never simplify by dividing only part of a bracket. So in this case, we couldn't say 4 divided by 4 is 1, and that is why our final answer is x minus 4 over 4. In example 3, you will see that the expression gets a bit bigger, but the basic concepts stay the same. You are not allowed to simplify by dividing top and bottom if those numerators and denominators are not one term. That is why I'm going to start off factorizing each numerator and denominator. In the top left numerator, we have a trinomial, which we can factorize in x minus 2 times x plus 1. If you are unsure about the factorization, have a look at the previous few videos again. In the denominator, we have another trinomial, and this one can be factorized in x plus 2 and x plus 1. In the numerator on the right, we have two terms, and here we can take out a common factor of x, and the bracket will be x plus 2. And in the denominator, we once again have a common factor, but this time it is 4, and the bracket will be x minus 2. Now all the denominators and numerators are one term, and I can simplify by dividing. So x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 is 1. X plus 1 divided by x plus 1 is 1. And x plus 2 divided by itself is 1. So we are left with x over 4.